We are here in 's-Hertogenbosch in the Netherlands visiting Arie's huizing, guiding children in discovering the amazing ability to perceive and directly see their surroundings and more without using their physical eyes. They do this while wearing a mask that completely shuts off any incoming light, really seeing without their eyes. We call this ability direct vision or outer vision. All of us have this ability we didn't know the existence of. It is actually natural and practiced around the world, yet it is not well known in modern science and the general society. In 2018, Iris was trained by Nicola Farmer, and since January 2019 she is a certified trainer in the ICU awareness program provided by Nicola's ICU Academy. Patrick Botte is also here to measure the brainwave activity during this practice with the revolutionary Flame in Mind application. Using the brainwave feedback of this app, we will be able to explain the science behind this ability, which we will share later on in the video. Today Vindur, the niece of Iris, will be showing us her ability to do several things which you simply wouldn't be able to do with the blindfold on. On the right side of the screen we have the brainwave activity display from the Flame in Mind app. Here Vindur is arranging different color blocks in the order of the colors of a rainbow. Notice how she can choose the blocks with the right color from the pile of blocks which we mixed around on the carpet.
And the last one, where is
She is slightly tilting her head as this helps her with the outer vision.
Yeah, well done. And the next color is?
Orange.
Okay. Wow, you're amazing. Here, you can choose.
Here she is arranging the pieces of a puzzle, while looking and comparing it to the reference image.
That's right. It's somewhere.
Here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the one.
This?
Yeah, both of them. Very good. Yeah. Yes. We found it. Yeah. Very well done. Yes.
We play another game where we name the numbers and different colors of a deck of Uno cards.
And then we'll do it very fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blue.
Bit strange one, eh?
All the colors.
Yeah.
Red, yellow, red, blue, red, blue, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, red, red.
She's also able to read the sentences of a book.
Once there was a unicorn. He was white, like the moon. His horn was magic. My wings are the wrong color for you, said the bluebird.
Now Vindur is building structures with wooden blocks. I asked her to make this part of the structure using yellow blocks.
Yellow.
A color table. Or the base of the table in yellow and then maybe the top of the table in green?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. We'll be careful here for your arm.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do it like here, there. Do now the top.
Yeah, I think we can do the top now. Yeah, the last one. Amazing. Very well done. You can if you would like to.
We were truly amazed by what Vindur was able to do. It got us asking many questions. We also tested the blindfold to see if she wasn't peeking through, and we really couldn't see anything. So I'm going to put this on now. Well, I can't see anything. Yes, please. Somebody try. I feel a bit of wind, but the blindfold did not let any light through, and I was completely blind. I couldn't see any light coming through. We talked to Vindur as we were curious of her experience while practicing outer vision. We asked her some questions about how she is able to see without her eyes.
Well, maybe Vindur, you can explain what happens with you when you put on the mask.
The first time when I
take off the mask.
saw, it was just like the sky with stars.
Yeah.
Just white,
Dots.
yeah. And they could go open, and then you can see a little bit
Yeah. You can see through
the mask.
the light spots in the mask. Yeah.
So you're actually seeing something. Not with your eyes, but you do have a sense of some light or something.
But when you have trained, then you can really see just like, then you could do like blue, yellow, green and red,
Yeah.
like very fast.
Yeah.
Just like you were doing with the Uno.
Yeah.
You were doing it very fast with
Yeah.
these cards, yeah. But even reading letters from the book, this also,
Unicorn with wings.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's
That was
actual
amazing.
vision. Yeah, it's actual seeing. So when she reads from the book, it's not about sensing or feeling, it's actual sight. Yeah. And this belief in your own ability is so powerful. So the mindset can be so powerful that if you start doubting yourself, it can actually be blocked forever. When I work with the children, we start off with a beautiful meditation to come in this very, how do you say that? It's a light state of being, you know, with a relaxed mind and a lot of trust and an open heart and
Just be really relaxed.
really relaxed and trustful and safe, and in this exploring mood, you know, that it's exciting what we're doing, and it's about finding your own ability. It's not about a task to perform, you know, there's no right or wrong, but it's an inner journey of finding your own light and experiencing your own light. So after the meditation, we start working with the books and the children. So I guide them to bring outwards their energy directly onto the book. It's very important that I don't ask any questions, because if you ask questions, then the analytical part of your mind will respond, and then you are out of the flow, and then doubt or self-criticism can sneak in very, very easy. In finding the ability, the left side of the brain doesn't help very much, because then you start analyzing, and it's about daring to relax in the direct experience, I think is a good way to describe it, because then you are available for it. The left side is more the analytical mind that wants to structure and order and know and predict. And it's about risk analysis. And the right side of the brain is much more about your intuition, the creativity, the lateral thinking, the flow. So it differs per child how the side opens. For one child it will maybe start with a sense of a color, and maybe not even at first directly see the color, but just knowing what color there is. So the children will start giving me feedback. I tell them to give me feedback, tell me what you see or know. And so they will start naming the colors that they experience. And the next step is that I say, okay, very good. So it's a lot about keeping the trust for them, you know, being the space holder of the belief and the trust for the children until they find it very deeply inside themselves.
So it takes a little bit of time to get focused?
Yeah. Now it is a very small hole.
Okay. And is it open?
Yes, I can see now.
Okay. So if I hold up something, you can tell me what I have in my hands.
The cards.
Mm-hmm. And this.
The yellow book.
Mm-hmm. And this.
The stone, the crystal.
Yeah. And maybe Arie can hold up some fingers on his hand.
Okay. I'll hold up a random amount. The ability to see without the eyes or direct vision is quite amazing to us. And I wondered if there were other benefits to practicing this ability. I asked Iris, and she says that practicing this ability also has many other benefits.
So I did an internet study, and I looked in different languages all over the world. I found schools that teach this to children. And a lot of those schools, they also had like feedback pages of the experiences that parents have with their children after being trained or after learning this ability. And it was very consistent. All over the world, the reports were that the children come into balance in different aspects of their being. Their brain function improves, school becomes more easy, their creativity gets a boost, their self-esteem grows very much, and their intuition grows. So it's a balancing, or maybe you could say it's getting back to our natural state of being.
After having worked with 15 children, she has been getting feedback from parents that there are other benefits which are apparent after practicing the outer vision with the children. For example, a hyperactive child becoming more balanced in his energy and emotions, a child showing increased patience, and a child expressing his emotions in a more coherent manner. There are reports throughout the world of additional changes that occur in people whose ability is awakened. For example, increased cognitive functions, increased memory functions, increased emotional stability and verbality, increased empathic ability and compassion, increased self-esteem, increased creativity and intuition. We were curious if it is also possible for adults to practice this ability, as Iris is only working with children. We were curious if it would be possible to learn this ability ourselves, and so we wanted to try it out. We put on blindfolds and we asked Vindur if she could teach us the ability and guide us through the process. Iris also helped us in the process. So Laura, can you see anything now?
No.
Completely dark?
Yes.
So now I'm gonna give you the card. Here.
So make a connection with this card in your hand. Like bring your energy outwards through the mask.
Maybe you could put it for your mask.
In front of the mask.
And try to see it. Just don't really think what is the color, just what you know is the color.
Yeah, and it's really about following your awareness. So it's focusing and see what comes. You know, I know this is just an introduction, it's the first time. You can start sensing if you can sense a difference in intensity of the colors of the two cards. Yeah. And you can put on a beautiful smile. Yeah. Yeah. It's like playing. It's a curiosity. Yeah.
Because we were talking about a tunnel and trying to look through a tunnel, so I guess there needs to be a moment that you find the light, where the light comes in. So this, so it's a kind of adventure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's an exploration. Yeah, and it's a balance of not expecting, yet being present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even dare to speak it out loud because I
Yeah,
have all
just
these
say it.
things in my head.
I know, but just say it. It's an
like
experience.
this is felt more like the base chakras, and I don't know this because this is a different color than the other one. But the other one felt more like water, water, so like blue or green. More.
It was green.
More, yeah.
It was green.
Yeah, it felt more peaceful.
Yeah.
And this is felt more like a nervous color, like red or orange, or I don't.
And the other one?
Yellow. I'm just guessing. I'm the.
Iris explains that it is more difficult as adults to learn the ability of being able to see without the eyes, but it is possible. Children can more easily experience this direct vision, this outer vision, as we believe their left brain and thus their critical thinking ability has not become dominant yet. Adults often have to take a bit more effort. Also, they have to let something go, namely the preconceived ideas they have on what's possible and what's not. I guess when you're younger, maybe you are more sensitive to this.
Then you have more fantasy.
Yeah. Although it's not fantasy that you use when you see, but it really helps to use your imagination to keep these abilities open and available for us. So the older we get, it's like being Peter Pan, you know, staying a child for the rest of your life and have this curiosity and openness to all possibilities, I guess.
Yeah, and it's, I guess, also having to unlearn something.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because we learn so many things and we don't really trust on these abilities when we get older. So you might be asking, how is this possible? What is the science behind being able to see without your eyes? Apparently this ability is not well studied in the scientific community. Research in this field is still in its infancy. There was one study done in 2005 by Professor Enrico Pierangeli and Elio Conte, which showed that it is possible to see the direct physical reality while wearing a light-proof mask. We will link a video of this research in the description. Iris is now working with Dan Winter, who is well known with the matter and who understands the science behind this ability. We were interested to know more.
The magic here is not just, eliminating the concept of blindness and seeing without your eyes. It's also about the magic of understanding the mechanism, the cause of vision. I mean, the evidence is so clear that, in fact, you can take your vision outside your head, whether you call it remote viewing, astral travel, lucid dreaming or near-death experience, millions of people have documented you can take your process of seeing outside your head. We know, in fact, there's a charge field that's donut-like surrounding your head, and we believe now that you can teach how vision forms as a vortex inside that donut.
Dan Winter has worked with Patrick Botte, and together they have created the revolutionary Flame in Mind app, which is one of the world's most powerful brainwave meditation training and biofeedback software. It uses a Muse EEG brainwave activity biofeedback device which measures electrical activity in the brain. Communication happens between neurons in the brain which are connected to each other. Small electrical currents travel along the neurons, and when the neurons are activated, they produce electrical impulses. This synchronized electrical activity becomes a brainwave. We can detect these brainwaves and analyze and visualize them using the Muse headset and the Flame in Mind software. This is called electroencephalography, or simply EEG. The Flame in Mind app allows for immediate direct feedback on brain states in the form of a graph and can help the user experience changes in underlying behaviors and brain states that are reflected in brainwaves. This feedback can accelerate the learning process by making brain states more apparent to the user. Brainwaves have different rates of repetition, or frequencies, which come in 5 categories: gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Fortunately, Patrick Botte joined us today to help us out with the science and to make some measurements giving us direct feedback of Vindur's brainwave activity. As she practiced her ability to see without the eyes while wearing the EEG headband, we monitored her brainwaves with the Flame in Mind app. The Flame in Mind app requires a Muse EEG headset. It works with iPhone and iPad and can help teach users how to manipulate their brain states and how to change the characteristics of their brains. The recordings generated very interesting data. We can see from this graph on the right that as soon as we ask Vindur to activate the ability of direct outer vision, we get a strong increase in gamma, beta and alpha frequencies. On the Flame in Mind graph we also see that the left and right brain hemispheres synchronize. The key to the moment when people practice the ability of outer vision, when they can see without their eyes like a tunnel, appears to be when the cascade of harmonics from alpha is both golden ratio and octave. So in this still shot of the Flame in Mind recording, you can see the alpha peak frequency in the green color, with the cascade of golden mean ratios from the alpha frequency marked by the blue lines, and the cascade of octave ratios from the alpha frequency marked by the pink lines.
So, vision is a vortex of plasma or charge forming at the center of a donut, and the sorting of waves into phase if the vortex implodes negentropically centripetal. Remember, focused human attention is electrically centripetal. That's been measured. So obviously the perfect vortex that creates vision is implosive centripetal, has a centering force. So the dynamics of what allows that vortex of plasma, donut, or charge to perfect inside your head so that you can eventually take vision outside your head, like lucid dreaming predicts who's going to take memory through death, that kind of thing. So the dynamics of how that vortex is formed, we actually understand pretty well. The brain waves make a harmonic series. We originally, Korotkov measured from alpha to beta, the EEG components frequency ratio in the brainwaves that identified kids who can see without their eyes in the World Without Blindness project was golden ratio between alpha and beta. Now Patrick has taken that much further, and you'll see more in this film, that a cascade of coherent brainwaves from alpha wave all the way to gamma often, and that cascade has geometry. Either the harmonics are generally centered around golden ratio, implosive, negentropic, phase conjugate, as it were, perfectly fractal. Also, that harmonic series can have octave components. And when you have both, of course, that's when you have that stabilizing force of the octave and the implosive force of the pent golden ratio.
So that's the first steps we took in the scientific research with Dan and Patrick, is to bring this knowledge in a scientific way. Because then it becomes accessible, like for the whole world. Because now, it's what you say, it seems so incredible. It seems even like unbelievable that you can see through
Yeah.
And because we have this materialistic view of the world, you know, you use your eyes to see. How can it be that you can see without using your eyes?
Yeah.
I do believe that we are born whole. We are born balanced, you know, as a whole being, the way we are created. And I do believe that enlightenment is not something to be, it's not a goal, should not be a goal. I would say it's a state of returning to, that we are born enlightened and we are born, you know, balanced in every sense. Yeah. It's a big adventure, eh? Yeah. That's very nice. And Vindur also wants to become a teacher, eh? You would like to help other children to find this in themselves again. Yeah. Yeah.
And when I am a teacher, then I could learn other kids, and they could learn to other kids, and then it goes just like around the world.
Yeah. This is how we do it. Yay!
We got 2 mindfold masks from Iris to practice this outer vision at home, so we will make an attempt to learn this ability.
So
It's important to be happy,
And to smile.
to smile.
yeah.
If you are interested to learn how to practice outer vision, the ability to see without your eyes, you can find a practitioner by following the link in the description. Practice and enjoy.